pretty sure someone is going to follow your league. And if I go with you, the media, and say, okay, we are La Liga, and here, you know we are followed, but we need to show data that shows that, well, these guys have a really fan base behind. And that's why we are present here in the country. And the aim of all of that is, at the end, is bringing the competition, bringing the clubs as closer as we can to our fans. Why all of this started? Because when our actual president, Javier Tebas, was arriving to the position in 2013, he realized there were 3 weak points on the strategy of La Liga. The first one was the financial situation of many of the clubs, which were in a high debt and in a really risky financial situation. So what he did, we implemented a really control of economical control that doesn't allow to pay crazy salaries, and that financially the clubs are sustainable. Second thing we did was like we have to fight against the inequality in the share of the TV rights, because of course if only Real Madrid and Barcelona are going to sell to the broadcasters their matches, one Cádiz or one Eibar or one smaller team, they're not going to be able to have this income and so increase. So what we did is the centralized strategy to sell all the TV rights as one, so that the clubs, the lesser known clubs, have the possibility to gain more income. And the third thing was the internationalization. Why? Because from the 5 major leagues, Premier, Bundesliga, League One and Serie A, Spain is the one which is in a worse position. Why? Because the internal market is the smaller in terms of population, the smaller in terms of purchase power, and the smaller in the ratio of paid TV culture. So this is what determines the income for the TV rights. And if we have to compete with Bundesliga, Germany, there are 80 million people, we are 45, and we're not going to grow. So what we have to do is to try to go abroad to sell our product. On the beginning, in 2016, we had these 7 offices all around the world, and I would like you to see the picture of nowadays, which is the look of our network. This is the process that we were saying, this the process of internationalization of La Liga. Now we are 44 delegates in 41 countries. We are reaching a total of 90 countries. As you know, I'm here in Egypt, but I also responsible for Libya and Sudan. And well, this is a big picture of what we pretend to reach now, no, with this international network. Also, the historic evolution, as Oscar was saying when we were able to hear, the international program started in 2014 with some of the first openings in China and the Emirates. We will continue opening some offices until 2017, where we finally make the step to the international network program, in which I'm part of, the La Liga Global Network, with the 44 delegates and so on. And we started to be able to launch activity on the ground. And we have this, for instance, this record of 16K people watching a Clásico match in India, or there was this first Clásico abroad that we were saying before, that I think is something that is going to be in the future of football and sports. And until present day, that we have even like, well, presentations of players abroad, like the case of Takashi. And well, finally, all the events that you are aware that we are doing on the ground, the Clásico, we are doing a lot of activities on the territory to achieve the goals we were saying before. The 6 main areas of influence are the ones you are able to see here. I don't know if we're going to be able to see the videos, I'm curious now, but well, the first one of course is the audiovisual experience. We are competing at the end in the entertainment industry. We're not competing only with Premier League or the Egyptian League, but we're competing against Netflix and HBO, because what we seek is the time of our audience. And the time for the audience is something that the standards are really high, and if we are not able to provide a good product, they're going to just spend their time watching a Netflix series. And it's something that it might be something familiar to you, even you like football and you like to see sports, but sometimes it's more comfy to just see a movie. So what we have to do is to offer a high quality product, and also to invent or develop new ways to communicate this product. So with all our international strategy, what we were doing in this period was to increase 30% in global audiences. MENA region, in which we are, is the second region in the world with more people watching La Liga, following La Liga. There is 457 million people following La Liga, just after Europe, which is something great. And so that this 17% means a lot in terms of absolute people watching our competitions. And what we were saying, no, this video is amazing. It's recorded with a drone. It's the world champion drone pilot, which is recording, I think, in Athletic de Bilbao stadium. Well, this is the experiences we want to offer. For a Clásico match, we have now like 35 cameras, including this spider cam, which is flying all over the field. And it's true, if you see a match from 2015 and you see one now, the difference is, you can tell it's a different product completely. So this is something really important for us, and for be properly internationalized. The local activations, of course, what we are doing is global strategy and common global strategy, but we have to be on the ground, and we have to make local actions that allows us to increase the awareness, and we are always seeking for this objective. You can see in less than 2 years, with a pandemic in the middle, we were able to almost triplicate the number of actions, and we have 3.3 activations per day all over the world. We want to be in more countries, and of course we want to make more activations related to matches. This is something really important for us, and with your collaboration with the media, these activations are not only relevant, but also they have a good reach. So of course in many of them we are going to be asking to you to collaborate, to be participant, because I think it's really interesting. Those are some of the examples all around the world. By the way, later I will be sharing with you all the materials for it if you want to have them used. I guess there is the okay. Of course, the pillar is the support for the clubs. At the end, we are working for the Spanish La Liga clubs. So what we have to do is to give them the opportunity to increase their international presence on the ground. And for that, we do two things. We use our know-how to make consultancy with them. Like, for instance, there is a Celta de Vigo that says, hey, Mido was an Egyptian player who was playing for us as a star there in Egypt. Let's make a communication plan to increase the awareness of Celta de Vigo in a country like apparently doesn't have much relation with it. But we were saying this before with Karim, that if you are increasing your what you have to offer to the country, is very much easier to finally implement in this country. And of course, what we were saying, international activations, in this case related to these clubs. In terms of evolution of the marketing